What's an unusual body feature of yours? I have a bifurcated uvula. That teardrop thing in the back of your throat. Mine is shaped like a butt. Or a little nutsack. Throat bollocks. Awesome. Fuck my throat bollocks. Holy upvotes bad bollocks man. Ever since my brain surgery to remove a tumor I can't feel any temperature. Is this all over or located in one area? I have two different ears. One is wide enough for earbuds, the other isn't. My twin brother has the mismatch on the opposite side. Sounds like you guys traded an ear in the womb. One of my ribs is not connected to my spine. Hey guys, I found Adam's Reddit account. This has just reminded me of a bloke at work who was nearly 30 casually asking one lunchtime, how do you stop the two holes peeing in different directions? Need more info. I have ultra low heart rate. It was in the 50s anyway, but with some endurance training it's in the 30s now. I've been multiple tested by Cardius, 24H Holter, all good, no pauses or irregularities, I'm good to go. When I'm in good shape I'm at 35, 36 BPM while awake, and down to 30 during sleep. Maybe if I get in a good shape again, I'll ask for a new halter to see if I break 30 BPM during sleep and touch 29 or so. My eyes are symmetrical to the thousandth of an inch. My optometrist said it was rare. Everyone varies a little bit. I guess you took all the symmetry from me cause my eyes are fucked in relation to each other, and my optometrist is just like, yeah, you just gotta deal with that lol. I can also move my eyes independently of each other at will, although one day I'm afraid it might become not at will, lol. Also, cute avatar. Much like people can suck in air to burp when they want, I can do that from the other hole and fart when I want. I knew a guy who could do that, and he used it to suck up pool water and shoot it at people when he was really drunk at parties. Equally horrifying and hilarious to a bunch of wasted teenagers. I have 4 nipples. Are they like, or, I can move my eyelashes left to right. Same, just gotta tilt my head 90 degrees. 2 uteruses and 2 cervixes, aka, uterus diddlefers. Some doctors didn't know until my first C-section. I have 2 kids and one came from the right and the other came from the left. I call it the duplex. I have to wear socks at all times, otherwise my feet start sweating, which makes my hands sweat for some reason. Having sweaty feet is annoying, but sweaty hands are the worst. Hyperhidrosis? I have a small patch of perfectly white hair just above my cooch. On one of the rare occasions when I let it run wild and free, a partner described my downstairs as looking like a badger doing a handstand. Hey, a few months ago I noticed I have that too. A small patch of pure white in an otherwise black bush. I've never heard of anyone else that has it. OMG, I'm not alone. DD. For 29 years I had an abnormally fibrous septate hymen, basically a vertical band of flesh dividing the opening to my vagina in half and restricting access, and my idiot family doctor declared me normal after every pelvic exam. I struggled with intimacy my entire adulthood and just thought that's the way sex is supposed to feel, and that I just don't get to enjoy it. Finally went to an obgyn. Lesson learned. Go to an actual gynecologist if you can. After my partner of 2 years observed what looked like a double vagina in June. They figured it out before I did. I had always felt there was something wrong with me and avoided that area of my body out of anxiety and shame. Basically my first time, when I was 19, one of the holes got all stretched out, painfully, and that's been the main hole ever since. I finally had it removed 2 weeks ago. 4 more weeks to go before I'm allowed to have sex. I can't wait. My belly button is significantly off center. At least you have a belly button. I have an indent, or one should be. But I never have sandulant getting stuck. It just washes right out. Really high bone density. X-ray images look like cartoon skeletons. No one can tell me exact what's going on. I have gray eyes. No color. Like a black and white eye. I also have, if I understood the cardiologist correctly, 20 Passamaquoddy notes, which could be good or bad. The doctor didn't offer an opinion one way or the other. I think you might be an anime hero or villain, unclear. At some point I got a sneeze when I am very hungry. Yes, I also get hunger sneezes. Nobody believes me. My kneecap is in 2 parts. Did you get kneecapped? I have Arnold's cough reflex. Anytime I stick a Q-tip in my left ear it triggers my gag reflex. Supposedly it only affects 2% of people. Edit. Maybe I shouldn't have used the term gag reflex as I've never thrown up from it. Rather a very aggressive cough, like I'm trying to hack something up uncontrollably. Sorry for any confusion. My fiance always thinks it sounds like I'm throwing up. That's why I went straight to gag reflex. I thought this was normal. My sternum is concaved, so there's essentially a divot right between my breasts. I'm a guy. When I was on the swim team in high school, there was a kid with a sternum like yours and another kid whose was protruding. We made them hug. It was magical and unlocked Narnia. I have a body mole in my eye, like inside of it, and near the pupil. Me too apparently. Doctor said to keep an eye on it, lol. But I'm like, how? I have alopecia, but it doesn't affect my head at all. Have a full head of hair at almost 50, but my legs are bald as a baby's ass, and I'm a dude. I sorta envy you. At also almost 50 some of my body hair has turned aggressive and malevolent. I can dislocate my thumb for as, and when I open my mouth my left eyelid goes up, because the nerve of the lid is connected to the nerve to my chin. That's why I wouldn't go for a dinner on the first date XD. You have to be the most awkward kisser ever. In an extreme case of a grower. My ex, where did it go? It's in the garage. I can't say I'm exactly the same, but mine can go flush with my skin. All balls. My ears are asymmetrical, and I didn't realize it until my late teens, after which it caused me great angst. My eyelids are asymmetrical, and I didn't notice for the longest time, but now that I have I can't stop noticing it, and I hate it. One is flatter and more hooded than the other. In general my face is not symmetrical. I have a rare heart disease. It's called Wolff-Parkinson White, and so when I'm attached to a heart monitor my heart rate is different than everyone else. It beats weird. WPW. Here also. I have pretty small hands compared to my body. Edit. Kavfeef. Just grow more hand. I have gray eyes and a fused tooth. Are gray eyes unusual? Or do you mean they're actually gray all the time? I was born without a testicle. A fake I only ever had one. The testicle stealers got you early. Damn. I'm 6 feet 6 inches, but I have a 7-foot arm span. That's your ape index. You have a positive ape index. Common for men's wingspan to be greater than their height. Common for women's to be less. In average, your wingspan should match your height. The degree to which it does not is your ape index point. Your ape index is plus 6 inches. Yeah, I've got a good frame for swimming. I have aquagenic urticaria, water allergy. Are the reactions horrendous? My fingers bend backwards and weak muscle in my eye, which is when I create suction in my mouth my eyelid goes up FSR. Edit. It's called Marcus Gun phenomenon. How far back? I can go about 90 degrees from flat away from the palm. Insane hearing. I can tell when a car starts a block down the road. When the army base is doing artillery drills 30 miles away. When there's a mouse running through the kitchen. When a squirrel is running through the driveway and crunching leaves. It makes sleeping a bit difficult. But going to a casino is like a freaking acid trip. I have that with smell. It's terrible sometimes, but I did end up smelling my cancer before diagnosis. I have naturally huge trap and calf muscles. I didn't think much of them until college, and then dudes started asking me for tips. Specifically my calves, because well you can see them when I wear shorts. I just had to say genetics when asked. I've got 10 toes but 12 toenails. Are the extras side by side or one behind the other? My dick can hide in the pubic hairs. In the jungle, the mighty jungle, the lion sleeps tonight. I'm basically allergic to heat, urticaria. I can kind of dislocate my thumbs without touching them. IDK, how to explain it any better? You are the first person I've come across who has the same thing, heat allergy. I've had it for long enough at this point that I sometimes forget it's not normal to want to rip open my skin when doing exercise. I have an asymmetrical ribcage. I have partial syndactyly on my toes. My knees makes a lot of noises when I'm crouching down. My doctor tells me it's normal, but my girlfriend thinks I'm breaking a bone every time.